So before there was Harvard, well, how Harvard came to be, before that, the first college in America, before America was America, was in 1693 called the William and Mary College. Many societies, fraternities, so to speak, came up out of this, one being the Flat Hat Club. I can go into that in another video. But what's important to know is that they were established in Virginia in 1693. The Pilgrims arrived here. They arrived on Plymouth in 1620. The William and Mary College is all tied to the royals. It's all tied to the crown. And its founding was the former Church of England. The very thing the Pilgrims were fleeing was the church, the original Church of England. So just like they infiltrate, the bad actors infiltrate into things, they were already doing it way back then. Pilgrims arrive in 1620. And of course, the King of England, King William III, I believe, could not allow the Pilgrims to really have freedom. And it's not like the Pilgrims hated England. I mean, they didn't. But they certainly should have never trusted them. Because really, they just were making sure to get their monarchy system in here early. So then from there comes your Harvard shortly after that. Because William and Mary's school, I mean, they openly are tied to the crown. Like the Queen of England, when she was still alive, she went there back in the day. And yeah, they did a whole ceremony to her. I mean, literally tied to that. So when you have, that's where your beginning of your education system starts. Then your whole education system starts on a monarchy type thinking system that was under the very founding of what the Pilgrims were fleeing, which was tyranny from the Church of England. So that's important to know, because from there is how you get your Harvards. You know, your Harvard Research and Medical School that had a secret society, has many, but had a secret society back in the day that their medical students would do grave robbing so that they could have cadavers to work on. Boy, that seems like the character that seems to graduate from Harvard. I know I'm being biased now, aren't I? Yes, I am. I really, really am. Because as much as the Harvard group, and it's all your Ivy Leagues, as much as they think they're so intelligent, they're too stupid to realize that they're missing the most important part, and it has nothing to do with academia. So here's what I mean. I was listening to Eric Weinstein. He's interesting to listen to. He's totally full of shit. I don't know if he knows he's full of shit or if he just believes his own shit. But he's a perfect poster child of Harvard, okay? I think that he and most Harvard people, they understand empathy and God on a academic sort of way and think it's silly, that stuff. But they don't truly know it. If you know what I mean, you know what I mean. Because everything to them is understanding the world in an academic vision, in a science vision. Well, there's a whole other way that you can know the world. And yet this is how much they mess up, because Eric Weinstein was exposing stuff because, you know, he supposedly left the woke crowd. Whether he did, who knows. But he tried to pass off that, no, these rich people, and this was an interview he did like 8 months ago. He's like, no, you don't understand. Those billionaires behind closed doors, they want to help the people that are hurting. Okay, Eric. Sure they are. Yeah, go and tell the CEO of the place I'm working at that. I mean, the place I'm at, the whole hospital system, it's all over. It's not only in this country, it's in other countries. Yeah, so they're globalists. Believe me, they're not trying to help anybody. So that's a bunch of bullshit. That's why I say I don't know if Eric Weinstein believes his own bullshit, or if he doesn't know, he's just full of shit. But regardless, he tried to say that they really do want to help people, and their vision was that we need to always be growing. We can't be a fulfilled nation if we don't grow, and we've grown America as far as we can, and so we just thought that going into other countries that are poor, like Africa, that we can go and help them and it'll give us all purpose and meaning. No, not Harvard, because you're a research school. That's all you want. That's all you want with Africa, is to research. That's all you want with anybody. I mean, hell, your students back in the day, and probably still do today, I mean, you have the morgue there on Harvard campus, where apparently you're selling cadavers to craft stores. But, you know, your medical students were doing grave robbing. So that shows a lack of empathy, a lack of care. So even though those experts can understand what empathy is and care is on an academic level, they don't truly seem to know it on an interpersonal level, which is why they don't really know God, too, because those things go hand in hand. Yet they think they're the experts, and we're told they're the experts. They also think, because Eric Weinstein was explaining it this way, that we the people, we need this theater show. So that's why they give us that inflation is an important thing to pay attention to, and that, you know, how the banking system works, and we're too stupid to realize how much it's a Ponzi scheme. Well, no, I think most of the lower educated of us, Eric, I think we've always known the whole government and all of you people are full of shit. It's just, you seem to just do whatever you want. So because people don't want to waste their time trying to argue with you people because you're not as bright as the lower educated, we just don't bother. That's how smart we are. I mean, now currently we've risen up, and because you've got all of you universities, all of you experts, all of you globalists have just gotten out of hand, and you don't realize how you guys are the ones that are not smart. You know, people, this is what the highly educated don't understand. Highly educated doesn't mean smart. Highly educated just means smart to you because you've been told these are the experts. If you can't see by now that these people are not experts, then, well, you need more help. But, or maybe it's just ingrained in you. But people, the higher educated, think that when Trump said, "I love the poorly educated," they thought that was an insult. I brought this up before. It's really an important point. It was genius of Trump. It really was. Because first of all, I think it's true. Because he knows that the people that aren't all this Ivy League crap have the most common sense. That's what makes somebody smart. So even though you think we've just bought your bullshit, no, we just don't bother wasting our time, well, for all these years, arguing with you experts and you professors, because, well, we knew a long time ago that you just have a missing link in you. They really do. I don't know if they lose it in the higher education, because again, what happens to them? They become identified with their sororities, with their colleges, with their secret societies, with their status, with the letters after their name. And then, did you know that more billionaires from Harvard, there's more billionaires that come out of Harvard than any place in the world? 188 more than any other school in the world. And in 2023 alone, there was 1,088 graduates that became millionaires. So the whole damn school is a secret society where you get to be in the special club. Yeah. But it's a special club of no man's land and stupidity, because all of it ultimately tied back to the King of England and the Church of England, the very thing the true experts of our country, the Pilgrims, were fleeing.